Coriander Society Adventures. I, tormented by gnomes, will be your game master and host today, and joining me are the esteemed and talented Ninja Man Matt and Pods of War. Except, she's over here and he's over here. Noted. Anyways, when last we left our heroes, they were on an old-timey airplane traveling from the Commonwealth in the great city of Northport to the ancient jungles of Zolquian. There they will face Ralzamon, Master of the Unknown, prevent a sacred site from being destroyed by lava, and discover the sinister secrets of Asena's past.
All right, we stuck the landing today. Close enough. Hi, everyone. Happy to be back. Love doing the show. Matt, how are things with you?
Good. I'm having a good old time today.
Excellent.
I'm really tired though.
Yeah. Relatable.
Ooh.
Relatable. Pods, what's up?
Nothing anymore. But
What-
I guess
what was up?
up?
Yeah, what was up?
It was Comic-Con this past weekend.
Oh, yeah. You have a good time? You do
Ooh.
anything cool?
I did. I worked mainly, but I did get to
Mhm.
go to the D&D tavern, which was amazing.
Did you get to take any pictures?
Yeah, I took pictures and video, and they gave you like alcoholic drinks. I
That's
actually
cool.
almost cried because like it felt like you were in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like you were at Wound.
That is
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
It was so fun.
I have a question. With all the owlbear stuff that's been going around because of the new trailer, did you get to see the updog while you were there?
I'm not falling for this.
Okay, well, you could try. I don't have a womp 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 sound, but what I do have is no, not that.
I did get excited about the owlbear, but I was like, no, there's no owlbear.
You're losing
What the
control
heck
of your
are-
own
what are you
stream
talking
deck,
about?
Matt. Did you
There's
get
too
attacked
much
by the
power.
dragon pods? I heard there was a dragon.
I did. It was
Ooh.
really cool. And it was really big and really scary.
Ooh.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, chat, for immediately giving Matt disadvantage. That is like completely called for.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Does everyone remember when last we left our heroes in Coriander Society Adventures?
Ooh,
Actually, remember?
I do.
Okay.
Pick me, pick me.
Pods.
Pick her.
Pods go.
I was scared in the passenger cockpit. What's it called?
The co-pilot's
Listen.
chair.
Co-pilot chair.
I was in the passenger cockpit.
And you were told very, very strictly not to press any buttons by the Department 7 agent who was flying the plane. Nice. That was more specific than I was going for. As our heroes sit in the back of this old 1930s style plane, humming through the skies, a little bit louder than modern planes, a little bit bumpier than modern jets. You have time to take a long rest. Go ahead and restore all of your abilities.
Okay.
Yay, finally.
It's been a rough day. There were ninjas and zombies and robots. No pirates. Originally, I was going to have sky pirates, but we have stuff to do.
We got to do.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
how many I'm supposed to have. Oh, well. I have 5 whales now.
Whales.
You also have 14
From the
temporary
grave.
gifts.
Oh,
I'm
the
pretty
whales,
sure I
right.
used one. And so I'm pretty sure I
Yeah,
have
you used
5.
one of your whales from the grave.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Oh my
like
God.
whales.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. I
I
was like, whoa.
did I give you onyx or
Excuse me?
jade whales as treasure? Like little carved whales? That's immediately where my brain went. I don't know why.
Yep. Same. Big same.
Weird.
Just collecting whales. Just going around, scooping up some whales.
Well, especially whenever you say whales of the dead, I'm like, when did we visit a whale graveyard? What is going on here? That's not out of the blue for what we could do. So-
True. That's not unheard of.
Have we? I don't think we've been on the ocean.
We haven't been on the ocean once in this campaign, have we?
Haven't been on the ocean.
Oh, okay. Well, not since we've been live. No.
Yeah. Not in Coriander
What?
Society Adventures. In Matt's backstory, he
Exactly.
went on the ocean, but in Coriander Society
Yeah.
Adventures, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
When you go after Dr. Zorbius, that'll change.
Cool.
Is a secret
Don
underwater
is
base.
going to spend the first 10 minutes of their awake time after sleeping off his night of getting his butt kicked by regaling everybody with the importance of their mission. He's kind of using his story time as a way to catch everyone up, how he told both Chester Morton and Ian Fletcher that he was going to kind of clue them in as to what was happening once they all got away from Northport and into the air. So yeah.
All right. Is that your inspiring speech?
As that's correct. So every single person on this plane gets 14 temporary hit points.
Right on.
Including my cat.
Is that what it was?
That multiplies Chester's hit points by like a factor of 7.
Yeah, it's insane.
All right. Anything else you want to do while the plane is humming through the sky on its way to the Zolquian Jungles?
Yo, I'm pretty sure Asena's just
White knuckling the entire way.
Yeah. Grabbing onto the little armrests,
Mm-hmm.
Looking out the window and then regretting it. And then staring at the big red button.
Are you able to resist the big red button?
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot on her mind. But the button's probably more comforting.
It's just good to know that you could send everything to regardless of whether or not you actually want to, you know? It's a comforting option to have. All right.
Comforting? Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's about agency. It's about control, all right?
I could if I wanted to.
Exactly. It just makes you feel like you have options, and that's what matters. So, our heroes land at a small airstrip at a Coast Guard base, not too far north. Well, hundreds of kilometers, but relatively speaking, not too far north from the sunken circle of Tlykalel. As you arrive, the Department 7 agents exchange paperwork with some local authorities from the Zolquian government. Hushed whispers, conspiratorial conversations take place as John Carmichael, Asena, the adventurer Ian Fletcher, the mercenary Chester Morton, and the mysterious Lawrence Booker Greene all go out of the back of this cargo plane. Walking out, the sun is setting in the west. You can see the rippling waves, the sandy beaches, the jungles rising up to the east. They've arranged transportation for you, but in the distance, you can see smoke rising up from the volcano, from Mount Ziamara. The sunken circle of Tlykalel, where the piece of the flesh of Kur is hidden, is down the coast, just slightly inland in a lagoon. John, you found it all those years ago. The volcano itself is a little bit inland from there to the east. It is likely that the volcano itself is the epicenter of everything that's happening. And so, unless you say otherwise, Lawrence suggests that that is where you go. Any objections?
I have a question, May.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you said we had enough time for a long rest. Did we have any other time other than just the exact amount of time it takes to have a long rest? Would John be able to craft any one thing, or is he spent if he takes a long rest?
If he's spent if he takes a long rest, it's not that
Cool.
long of a
Just
flight.
making sure. Oh wow, really? That's cool.
Yeah. It's not much more than, if you think about it, flying in a modern plane from the east coast to the west coast is like a 5-6 hour flight. And you're going a little bit farther than that in a slightly older plane, so you have just over 8 hours in the air.
Yeah.
All right. So they're going to go ahead. There are some jeeps, some off-road vehicles waiting for you to push into the jungles. Let's see, with 5 of you going, they only need 1 Vic. So they've got it all fueled up. There's a spare gas canister on the back. It's ready to go. It's in your hands. The department agents are going to stay here with the plane and connect with the local government agents to let them know, debrief them on everything that's going on. But the vehicle is yours, and you are able to make the trek into the jungle. Is there anything else you want to take care of before you depart? Any other questions? Okay.
Oh, I'm glad that we have their assistance. Thank you very much. Take care, Classified. I hope that we return so we can all head back and see what that button does at some point.
I certainly hope not. Okay.
That's it for me.
The 5 of you load up into the car and take off. Who's driving?
Not me.
Chester
With the
Morton
5?
volunteers to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. you notice now that she's out here in the field, she's got a leather jacket, canteen, survival gear, bandages, and a big shotgun. That seems to be her primary weapon. She's got a bandolier of pistols and knives as well, but the big old shotgun seems to be her primary weapon. As
Does the big old shotgun have a name?
Nope.
Cool.
It's red?
It is not red. It has been polished. It's gunmetal black, nicely oiled and polished, so it doesn't really gleam that much. It looks sort of deliberately dull. The handle, not the handle, what do you call that? The butt of the rifle is very, very smooth, polished wood with kind of a rich tint to it. This is a well-loved, well-maintained, double-barreled shotgun.
I don't need to know what Chester does with their gun after hours, but thank you.
God damn it, Matt. All right. As you take off into the jungle, Ian Fletcher begins sharing a little bit about the history of this place, the sunken circle of Tlakalel, the ancient Zolquians. Tlakalel was their last king, and he made pacts with alien gods that were not the gods of Zolquia, gods that appeared to him and offered him power in exchange for sacrifices. He was a cruel tyrant, an overlord who dealt with forbidden arts and communed with unholy spirits. So the people eventually rose up and overthrew him. And when he failed to deliver the sacrifices, his capital city, his great temple by the ocean, was flooded by the wrath of the gods themselves. And that's why it's called the Sunken Circle of Tlakalel. It was his ritual center of power, just a little bit inland. Now, I forget.
So the gods were real.
Oh, very real. You explore enough of this world, you find out there's stranger things than are dreamt of in our philosophy.
Well, Asena, are you getting any pings while we're here? Does this remind you of anything of your home? Or are we
What
not
is a
anywhere near
ping?
where you... Like, does any of this look familiar to you?
But this
Actually-
tree looks familiar.
Asena, it does look familiar. A couple
That
hours.
tree looks familiar.
A couple hours after you set out, you recognize amidst the little flecks of ash that start to float down in the air, and the sky takes on this blood red hue as the light passes through the volcanic smoke. And you can hear the animals fleeing from this place all around you, escaping the danger of the volcano, which is belching out slow rivulets of glowing hot lava that pours down the side towards the direction you're driving. You're driving right into the lava flow. It's still far ahead, but this triggers an ancient, old memory of a shrine with mossy black stone in the side of a hill that you visited long ago. You are on a direct path to that place.
Whoa.
And I don't know if you've told anybody about this.
To answer John's question, it all looks like jungle to me.
Now I find that hard to believe. You spent the better part of your life out here. I'm certain that the paths and places that you called your home, you likely know like the back of your hand, Asena.
I mean, if I see it, then I'll know it.
Like that tree back there.
Yeah, I knew that one.
And that tree over there.
And that one. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Basically where we're headed is where I know.
That's excellent. That's going to prove extremely useful.
We'll see.
Is there anything we need to worry about around here? Any predators that might attempt to forestall us from our mission?
Like humans?
Humans, any great cat or monster? A pack of wolves, possibly? Any traps that may have been lingering here from a time long past? Pits filled with spikes, needles with poison that launch out if you trip the wrong tile, anything like that?
No, I don't think wolves can make those things.
I'm certain you're correct. Okay, well then I think we're probably going to be pretty good.
Besides, the wolves are dead.
Probably because of the needles. Filled with poison.
Probably. I guess we'll see, though.
All right.
Is there a way to stop this volcano? It's kind of, making everything leave.
I mean, it's a force of nature. I'm not certain if there's any way that we can stop it. I think
What
that
about
we
the
can-
gods?
What about them?
Did the gods make the volcano go out?
Well, the gods of
Lawrence
Lekalel. Oh, go ahead.
glances over at Asena at that.
If the gods made the water rise, who were they mad at?
Mount Ziamara, Lawrence says, was named after one of the indigenous deities. A benevolent god, a protector, who smote down anyone who dared intrude upon these lands. A reclusive god, one that the occasional offering was made to, but not one that usually behaved like this.
They must have made him really angry.
Negotiating with spirits is something of my specialty.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to know. I could talk to dead people.
That could be helpful too.
Is that the same thing?
It really isn't almost ever.
Don't be so quick, John. There are some spirits that were formerly the dead that have transcended that boundary and undergone apotheosis. In those cases, there's something of a crossover.
It's not that the information from the spirits isn't useful. It's just that our translation is often a little wacky, is all.
If we get there, I may be able to ask Ziamara to stop and placate the god somehow.
That would be incredibly useful.
Unless you have some other plan to stop hundreds of tons of lava.
I have a backup plan, but I'd prefer to avoid it.
Is the dynamite in the car with you?
The dynamite, half of it is in the bag, and the other half is in the car, yes.
Okay.
Your bag?
The briefcase.
Briefcase, yes.
All right. You're making your way up the winding sides of the mountain, pushing further and further, and the air is getting hotter and hotter. The rocks nearby begin to swelter with heat. You can see glowing lines of lava have crossed in certain places. Your vehicle is making its way along a treacherous path. Down at the very end of this slope, you can see that the greenery is still alive, but this close, the lava and the heat is already causing fires and burning things up. It is physically uncomfortable to be here.
Hey, mate.
Yes.
How long does it take us to get from the airfield where we picked up this car to get to here?
5 hours.
5 hours, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Can John spend some of that enchanting some things for people?
On the road in a bumpy car,
Mm-hmm.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
I will do this thing that you asked. An 11.
Okay, you can enchant something with a caster level of 1.
I will do just that, and looking across the available party members that we have here, mate, do I get the idea from my previous experiences with them? Would Chester Morton or Ian Fletcher likely be doing more of the fighting? I think probably Chester. Right?
Chester is a straight up shooter. That is Chester's entire specialty, is fighting and bodyguarding.
Okay.
Ian Fletcher, intrepid adventurer, is no stranger to a gunfight, but he's more of a jack of all trades. He knows the secrets of the universe. He's really good at climbing and jumping and, you know, going through ruins, that sort of thing. So if you're going for a straight up fighter, Chester Morton is your gal.
Perfect. John is going to, with their permission, take hold of that nameless shotgun of theirs and spend the next number of hours tinkering with it, enchanting it by taking out his kit and imbuing it with various magical runes, not ruins, across the barrel. And once he's completed with it, he hands it back to them. With this, your weapon is now going to be a little more useful than it was previously. Unless we fight some kind of extremely bad supernatural entity, you probably won't notice much. However, anything that your bullets normally would not affect, this is going to probably punch through that now. In addition, if we get into a really bad situation, I need you to mutter a phrase that is very important to you. It doesn't matter what that phrase is. It just needs to come from your heart. It needs to have all of your energy as you bring it to bear. And your gun is going to shoot out light as well as bullets. But it's going to expend any magic that had been in it up until then.
Chester shrugs. Okay. Puts the shotgun back over her shoulder, safety on, not loaded, and continues driving. As you're moving along, and the heat is becoming absolutely oppressive over here, you pass through an extremely narrow area, and as you do so, up ahead, let's see, John and Asena, you both see the mouth of a cave. Asena, this is that very shrine that sent you on your way to Northport. This is its entrance, and it is in the path of the lava itself. But perhaps more importantly,
Ooh, let's see it. Let's see it.
Rise of a leader. All right.
Hello.
Pause. Roll 1d6 for me.
Okay.
Five. A new artistic or cultural leader. Okay, I got nothing for that right now, but I'm probably going to put that into Northport while you guys are gone.
Interesting.
Okay.
Artistic, cultural. That'll affect our...
I mean, we are passing by a cave. We could have some kind of very impressive cultural cave dweller that comes out right in the nick of time. Please come save my precious wares. I've been working on these pots in secret in this dank cave for 40 years.
I love that. Okay, luck is on our side. You each gain a lucky die from a Stream Loots card.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Very
I don't even know how to
nice.
use this.
John does.
I do.
Essentially, it's like advantage, except more so. You can spend it
If something bad happens, yeah.
Yeah, you can spend it to reroll virtually anything. You can't normally stack inspiration, but you can stack inspiration with luck. And a flashback
Also,
card,
Do I
too.
get to just add it? Isn't that how John does it? He just
You
adds
choose
it to
when
his
you want to roll it. No, he adds his deduction dice.
That's what
Yeah, I add deduction dice, but with lucky. So let's say, for instance, you want to do some crazy stuff. This is me going to give you the strats here. So if it turns out that you are rolling either with advantage, disadvantage, whatever, you can go ahead and stack lucky on top of that, and then pick, if you choose, the lucky die. So it kind of ignores that, which is really cool. But you're only going to want to do that if the lucky die is actually good. Also, something that's very cool about it is that if a creature is attacking you, you can choose to use your lucky die and force them to re-roll that attack, taking whatever the lucky die roll is.
Chat has also played a flashback card, meaning that at any point during tonight's show, either of you can call a pause and then flash back to a point in your past and narrate a scene, a fact, anything like that, that could give you an advantage in the scene that's going on right now.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
I love that. I love that for us.
That's one of our Yokai Blossom cards because it's
Now
the
wait, did you
classic
say
anime
either of
flashback.
us or both of us?
Either. The team has
Either.
one flashback.
Cool. Well, considering where we are, I think it's only appropriate that John.
I don't know if I don't know if my brain's gonna be able to work like that.
That is fine.
Just like come up with a thing.
Intense heat on the side as you pull up a little bit further, and indeed a cave entrance, very narrow cave entrance, is just ahead. I would like both of you to roll a perception check, please.
Ooh, I love perception checks that I make with disadvantage because I got disadvantage.
Oh no,
Disadvantage.
they both 26.
Advantage.
What a nightmare.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
mate, I got a
we
26.
know what's
Shut up, Matt.
happening.
Off in the distance, you hear a faint noise, a faint voice.
What the fuck?
Does John recognize that language? I've been through here before. I am a linguist.
Yeah. It's almost like a bastardized combination of ancient Zolquian and some pre-Ausonian, like Etruscan style language. It's very odd to hear that.
Stop the car.
Chester Morton, not the cat, glances over her shoulder, shrugs, stops the car.
Asena gets out and slams the car door shut.
Go ahead and move yourself or do whatever it is that you'd like to do.
Is everything all right, Asena?
Okay. Just map things.
Just map things.
Asena is ignoring you and heading into the cave.
Oh, okay. Well, considering she's not sharing what's happening here, John's gonna go kind of look over at the rest of them. You two stay here for now. Watch the car. Lawrence, come with me.
All right. Lawrence will hoist himself out of the car and follow suit.
And mate, where was that post or pre-Estonian Etruscan sounding?
That direction.
That direction. Okay. I'm going to investigate that sound. Lawrence, can you please follow Asena?
All right. Lawrence will follow Asena. Asena, the passageway is narrow. The stones, once slick with moss, have dried up in the heat. There are waves of shimmering air emerging as the cave itself is slowly cooked by the encroaching lava.
Oh, gosh.
What do you do?
I'm going to squeeze inside.
Okay. It is dark inside. Your night vision, a gift of the wolves and the jungle that raised you, is helpful here. It does prevail. Up ahead, you can see a familiar trap, a pit on the floor, filled with spikes, long since revealed by the ancient mechanisms that concealed it. Lawrence enters as well, glancing around, taking in his surroundings, muttering about the stonework as he follows shortly behind you.
John chimes in on the radio. Hey, Asena, if things get hairy, just go ahead and ping me, all right? That was notify, just to double check.
I thought Ping was thinking. Memories. You just said Ping.
Yeah, that I did. I'm gonna go investigate that Estonian voice. Just let me know if something's wrong, okay?
Okay.
All right. The passageway opens up just ahead of you. You're almost through the narrow portion of it, Asena.
Is the body still in here?
Yeah, the body's still in there. It's an ancient skeleton at the bottom of the pit. Any belongings that it had have long since been removed. Years ago now.
How can I like jump over this?
Yeah, you're Asena. You can absolutely jump over this for free. Not a problem at all.
I'm gonna jump over so I don't disturb it.
Okay. In the depths of the cave, Lawrence, by the way, peeks in. He casts a light spell, so he's looking around. He looks at the pit. He kind of carefully shuffles along the edge. And Asena, at the center of this room is something that you've seen before, but it has perhaps some more context now. An enormous calendar. You saw it long ago, carved into the glossy walls of this shrine. A huge circular inscription. Lawrence mutters under his breath, it's a calendar, a Zolquian calendar. Pre-Tlakelel era, certainly. At the very top of it, at the pinnacle of it, is something you saw all those years ago when you came through here. An inscription of the very fang that you wear around your neck. Meanwhile, outside of the shrine, John, you heard voices off in this direction, right? As you creep towards this edge, there's a broken terrain that goes all the way down here, and then the jungle lurks up ahead. What do you do?
John's going to think back in his memory tank. The last time that he came out here, did he ever explore in this region? And has this land, because of the volcano, changed much since the last time he was here?
You didn't explore this region. This is further inland from the sunken circle of Tlakelel, which is what you were there to find. You didn't really go that far inland. So you wouldn't totally recognize any changes aside from the volcano, which is recent. The volcano erupted the last time you faced Ralzamon.
I misunderstood. I thought we were at the sunken circle already.
No, the sunken circle is, you guys sort of bypassed the sunken circle to go to the volcano.
I see. So it's not in immediate danger as of yet. We still have a chance to try to divert what's going on.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, very good. Then, considering he's completely out of his element, John is going to go ahead and cast Silent Image. And just as he goes, he's going to be picking slowly. And since he heard the sound coming from this way, he is casting it before him and just making a screen of, as long as they look from that specific angle, it looks like he's not there. And he's just going to slowly pick his way carefully down the side of the broken hill towards the sound of the voice that he heard.
Since you're going slowly, you're not just like skimming down it. I need you to roll an athletics check to carefully navigate this.
Athletics it is.
A
Would
9.
Be a 9.
Any spice
I'm going
on that?
to... Yeah, I'm gonna do some spice on that. So first of all, John, as he's going down, he realizes he's starting to slide, and so he takes hold of his Talisman of the Infernal, and he activates a use of his talisman for the day, rolling an extra d4 to this, and you can let me know if that still fails.
A 10.
Okay, a 10. Is a 10... with a 10, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop one more. I'd rather not fail this. So
All
I'm
right,
going to
you're
use
popping 2 charges? Oh, a deduction die.
No.
Okay.
I can't do more than one charge for it, so I'll do a deduction die.
All right.
In order to add a 1d8, and it's probably going to be, oh no, a 16
total. All right. You managed to deftly navigate without slipping and causing a small rock slide that would make it almost impossible for you to go undetected. You may now roll a stealth check.
Excellent. I'll do just that. Picking his way as carefully as he can.
19.
John makes his way down the hill and towards the brush of the jungle.
Okay.
And quick question, mate. The sound that he heard, the Estonian speech, did it seem as though it was, because again, even if he didn't understand it directly, he's a linguist himself, so did it sound panicked, insistent, or like it was giving orders? What was the type of speech? Did it seem alarmed?
No, it didn't seem alarmed. It was serious and communicative, but not alarmed.
Okay. Sharing of information. Okay, very good. Unless you say otherwise, John's just going to pick his way towards this way, keeping an eye out, making sure he's not...
The voices are coming from right up ahead of you. You're about to round the corner any moment now. What do you do?
John's going to put up the silent image screen, making it look as though nothing else is there but what should be there. And he's going to poke his head around the corner to see what is before him.
A robed cultist wearing the garb of the Order of Ralzamon, Master of the Unknown, appears. And he is at the head of a small patrol of other cultists, making their way along the base of the volcano.
From where he put the silent image, I'm assuming it's blocking himself. Is it positioned in such a way to where it can prevent them from seeing the car at this time?
They are downhill of the car.
Oh, okay, good. So they can't see it.
Yeah.
currently.
I mean, if you look at the map, you can't see up the hill right now either.
No, I realized that. I was a little bit worried, but I kind of figured I'd play. How far down, by the way, is that hill? I guess I didn't ask before.
It's like a
heading down.
20-foot skid.
Okay, nice
pretty
little,
sharp.
nice little
Mhm.
way. Can the car be heard audibly from here? Is the Logi's engine still going, or did they cut that?
Chester did not stop the car engine. Do you have a means of
I don't-
communicating to Chester Morton?
I was gonna say I don't know if we gave them any headsets. Do they have
You
any
didn't say
headsets
you
to our
did.
frequency? I did not say I did. That is unfortunate. I don't know if I have a reliable way of being able to get them any information without also. Unfortunately, our mind reader is in the other
Mhm.
castle right now.
Mhm.
So
I'm going to give you one shot at seeing if there's anything that you can do in this situation, and then I'm going to proceed.
is
Got
it
it.
just this contingent? By the way, how many cultists are here?
There are 4 plus the leader, and there's another patrol that's sounding off between the 2 of them, and that patrol sounds like it's higher up the mountain in this direction.
Okay. Because he's unseen at this point, John's going to duck down, getting as low as he can since he's still stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to see if he can. I'm going to just go ahead and make myself prone so you can see that I'm trying to get low and get down. And John is going to utilize his silent image, and he's going to try to make it can be a either creature, object, or natural phenomenon up to a 10-foot cube. And so he is going to make an exact copy of himself. He's going to make another John Carmichael.
How apt,
Is
because
going-
somebody just played a John Carmichael Streamloots card.
Oh, hello.
You gain 1 magic bullet or spell tattoo up to level 4. It must be used
Oh.
during this scene.
Oh. Okay, wait a minute. A spell tattoo? That's pretty
That's
darn
that's
awesome.
an epic. It's an epic John Carmichael card. So it
Wow.
powers you up.
Okay.
do you need
Well,
a moment
hell,
to think
if I
about
gotta...
it?
Yeah, would you give me a second?
Absolutely. Asena,
Yes.
Lawrence creeps up towards this, and his light flickers off of the smooth black walls, and as he looks at the calendar wheel carved into the wall. What are you doing?
And just gonna ask him. Or it's been a couple years since I've been in here.
He glances over at you inquisitively, but doesn't say anything.
The amulet's been on the wall. This guy used to have a drawing of it.
The one he points back over his shoulder to the pit.
Yeah. Well, I assume it was his. It was on his body. So,
I brought the fangs of Goltharius with me from Orth. They didn't come from this place. How could the Zolquians have known about this?
well, did you tell anyone?
He shakes his head. Not the entire time. Not even the rest of the sister knew that I had it.
So it was like a prophecy.
Let's see what else it says. He walks forward, shining his light on it, and as you look at it, you can see at the top is the Fang amulet that you wear. Around the middle is an eclipse. Around the bottom is a comet. And weaving around both sides are 2 dragons. One covered with stars, one obscuring the stars. And Lawrence reads the inscription. Upon the steps between what is and what is not, the children gathered, sanctified. And from them emerges the child of the eclipse, whose coming heralds a new age, who brings forth the great eclipse the end of all strife, the cessation of wars, a new era everlasting. He looks over at you. This is why you are here. This is why you and all the others were here. Your society, your parents and their friends came here to fulfill this. They thought that you or one of the others who was here, one of the other children, was going to be this child of the eclipse to usher in a new age.
But they didn't have the necklace.
No. No, they didn't when they did their ritual.
Did you make this come true then?
I didn't know about this. When I went to you and Rose, I had no idea. And they did their ritual before. It's why me and Drayden and Warcrow and the others ended up in your world.
So maybe that part was just added later.
Oh, no, this is hundreds of years old, at least.
Why is there two dragons?
Goltharius and Kur, the dragon of the void.
Well, that's not good.
No. How could they have foreseen that both, he glances over at your amulet, and the flesh of Kur would be here? Wait. Child of the Eclipse. He looks over at the image of the sun being blocked out. The eclipse that the Society of the Eclipse itself is named for. Cessation, end of all wars, end of all strife, new era everlasting. He walks forward and he brushes off that symbol of an eclipse that's held between your dragon amulet and the comet at the bottom. And he goes pale. And you see beneath his fingers as he rubs it smooth, there's a skull, a howling skull face on that dark moon, blocking out the sun.
What does that mean?
When your parents came here, they thought they were ushering in a new age of enlightenment and unity for all humanity on this world. But the age that was promised, the peace that would be brought about, was not by the unification or the enlightenment of mortals. It was by their death. Complete death of this entire world. This is Atropos.
So this hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. This has. He points at the Fang. And this has. He points at the comet. But not this. They thought that one of you was going to be the child of the eclipse. But this prophecy isn't talking about you. It's talking about Senapulcher, the child of the eclipse, who will usher in the end, who will call to Atropos and bring about the death of this world.
What about the other one?
Which other one?
Wasn't there 4 little symbol thingies?
No, the third one is blank. The 4th point of the compass has nothing inscribed on it. It's the end of their history. There's nothing recorded after that.
But how do they know about all this ahead of time?
Spirits can grant the gift of prophecy. It's never certain, but looking through possible futures. Maybe that's why the 4th point is empty. They foresaw me giving you the fang. They foresaw your parents calling Senapulka here, but they did not see how it ends.
Does that mean it can change?
Yes. And I think you are the key to that.
Asena's going. I'll go up and touch the skull part.
Mm-hmm. It feels cold. It makes your fingers shudder as you place your hand over it. And the silver light from your amulet glows, casting it into sharp relief, outlining this howling visage, this screaming face on that dead moon.
Can we make this one not happen? It's already in the stone.
Well, that depends, Asena. How do you feel about punching a moon in the face?
Seems pretty easy.
Then there's hope. The ground rumbles beneath your feet, and things get slightly hotter.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time.
Is there anything else you wanted to do here?
Well, we do have our friend in the corner.
He glances at you. He glances at the crown that you carry. You two probably have a lot to talk about. I'll stand watch. And we're going to go ahead and cut back over to John as Asena prepares to descend down into the spiked pit and talk to this dead person down below. John, the cultists we're in the process of wandering past you, and I'm going to go ahead and move them so that all four of them are on the map. When you create an illusion of yourself. Is that right?
Slight modification to that, by the way, but yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're still
What's
doing
your
that.
slight
However,
modification?
well, during the course of this scene, I was awarded a spell tattoo that I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down upon his forearm, John pulls up his coat and sleeve, kind of rolling it back as he looks up at all these cultists trying to formulate a plan in his head. And he looks down at a very old tattoo that he's been saving for quite a while. You can see that it's been there for so long, and he's taken so much damage throughout his adventures that it's beginning to flake away. And especially since he lost his power from Hara, many of the tattoos that he has splayed across his body are beginning to lose their potency and magic, since the fabric, the magical fabric that is holding them together, has been slowly loosening since he left Ashen. And he realizes that for some of these tattoos, it's kind of a now or never situation. So activating the power of his greater image, let me see here. It is called specifically, I think, major image. Let me drop that in chat for you.
An object, creature, other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube.
Mm-hmm. And so ducking down, John was making sure that he is trying to stay out of the line of sight of these cultists. Now, are they all looking
stealth.
Directly?
They were ignoring you until you, because you haven't called your illusion yet because you got a little bit of a take back because of this level 4 widget. So they were just making their way along when you did this. So roll a stealth check to see if you can tuck yourself into the rocks sufficiently.
Is the 19 no longer useful, or should I just roll a new one?
The 19 was to creep around. This is to hide. It's different. Remember when those were two different skills back in
I
third
recall.
edition?
No, I'm here for it. I love rolling dice. This is great. I do not love rolling dice. This is awful.
All right, so you rolled a natural 1. However, chat also just gave an immediate critical success.
So as what I'm going to say here is that as part of this, I had noticed, if you don't mind me taking the driver's seat here for a second.
Go ahead.
There was a Streamloots card played for catchphrase.
There was.
And as John is tucking himself into just kind of pulling his jacket over himself, making himself as small as possible, he realizes that he kicked over a rock as he kind of just almost fell to the ground. He slipped and just fell back, kind of suppressing a grunt. And as they turn over, he hasn't quite loosed his spell yet to summon the other version, but they've now heard that there's something going on here. And he just kind of, to himself, under his breath, he's just whispering, I'm a fucking wizard. I'm a fucking wizard. I'm a fucking wizard. And he activates the spell tattoo, loosing the last bit of magic from when he was actually a fucking wizard.
Okay.
And as he speaks his catchphrase, John summons into existence above his head the very loud, imposing, and magical looking Susferel John Carmichael. It appears as a very large, 10-foot tall John Carmichael, larger than life, with the blue dragon-blooded heritage springing across him. He has the silver and blue scales, the large horns and wings, the customary trench coat and red hair, as well as this large, looming, dragonborn-like floating wizard with a big gun and a briefcase in hand floats up above the cultist and laughing at them.
You fools! You've fallen directly into my trap, and now that you and your puny scouts have awayed yourself from your master, I am off to destroy him!
And the major image of John goes flying off towards Ralzamon's volcano, away from the car and the rest of our party.
Okay, roll a deception check, please, with advantage, because you've got the spell tattoo. You use the catchphrase, so you're saving the critical success.
Critical failure, yeah.
No, you have a critical success card that got...
Oh my gosh, I just rolled 2 natural ones!
Would you like to deploy the one clean shot card that gives you an immediate critical success?
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know what I'm going to do instead?
The luck point that
I'm going to use one of my luck cards because...
All right.
With luck... Okay, by the way, can I just say, thank you, Roll20. I've now rolled 3 natural ones in a row. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. And if this is another natural one, I'm not changing. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna unride that. Okay, so that's an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and roll, because I failed, I'm gonna roll one of my talismans. And I'm going to add a
It's
D4
your second talisman of the day, right?
Second out of 4. That's right.
Okay.
1.
12.
Okay, so a 12. And then finally, I'm going to add a deduction dice to this. So now I'm down to just 2 of my deduction die. And another... Wow, these numbers are just kind of locked in. So
yeah,
total
this is
18.
literally what happened last time. Okay. You have an 18 as this giant glowing John Carmichael flies away. Chester and Ian are sitting in the car. They just see this going on. And both these cultists and the identical patrol on the slope above you turn around and go running backwards to save their master from this apparition.
Oh, by the way, just because it came to me since I summoned a giant dragon, John, on that big old seaplane that we were riding on the way over here, John had made sure that he got Asena's attention when he did it, but he inscribed a sigil of Tiamat, the mother of evil dragons, just behind the seat. You have to kind of duck down and then look low in order to find it. It's not visibly like super obvious, but he went ahead and scratched that into the seat.
Right on. All right. Having
if Asena wanted to, she could have gotten rid of it if she wanted to.
Did she during your flight or as you were leaving? Or was she too distracted?
Oh, did she have to do it right then?
No, but like you're not in the plane anymore. So
Oh, it was the plane. I thought we were talking about the car.
No, he carved it in the plane.
Yeah.
Okay. The tattoo that you just activated glows as you banish the cultists of Ralzamon, and they run back up towards the volcano, shouting battle cries in their ancient, mixed-up language. The party still has a flashback and 1 clean shot to play. In addition to...
Behold, an act of God.
What? Huh?
In the name of the moon...
Oh, no.
If you charge your enemy with their wrongdoings and declare their fate, you can power up. You have to make a speech
Oh my
accusing them of
gosh.
their sins and telling them what their punishment is going to be, and you can power up. If either of you
This
do
is so
that,
perfect.
there's a power up for you.
This
What
is so
What is
perfect.
power up?
It's situational, you know? If you're about to punch
Okay.
somebody, it'll be a super punch. If you're about to spell somebody, it'll be a super spell. You get your whole, like, what is it? Crisis makeup go? Something along those lines. Anyways, back in the cave, Asena has donned the crown of dead speech. Using your pugilist skills and your natural agility, it is easy for you to scale down this ancient pit and to find the dead beneath.
Can I just say how amazing it is that you have a crown in real life to go
I
along
know.
with your awesome undead speaking crown? Ah,
It's so good.
Who are you?
I am Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
What do you want?
Answers mainly.
Speak.
I guess getting through this cave didn't go well for you, huh?
No.
What were you coming here for?
Information.
On?
Cross-planar activity.
That's a big word.
Yes. There's a threat here to multiple worlds. I was investigating.
Oh. Should I be worried?
Yes.
You have to help me.
A local occult group is preparing a ritual that is going to contaminate the boundaries of their world if it isn't prevented. They call themselves the Society of the Eclipse.
I think that happened years ago.
I have to warn them. I have to report this.
To who?
The Society?
Coriander Society?
Yes.
Ah, dang it, I should have brought John. Do you know John?
No.
God damn it. Somebody just played the Asena card.
cut the crap and tell us what we want to know.
Exactly. It's so good. It's
No
so
way.
good. Oh man, it's clipping down at the bottom for some reason. I gotta fix that. But yeah, you immediately gain a useful piece of information.
Man, those cards look so good, mate.
Right? Thank you. I worked hard on making them cool. Okay.
I'm from the Athens cell. You have to warn them. Tell them that Ryan Townsend failed his mission. The contamination event occurred. It's another obsidian incursion.
Okay, wait. Start over. Okay, we got Ryan Townsend.
I'm so proud.
Obsidian incursion?
Yes.
That sounds bad. You said something else in the middle of those two.
My mission failed.
Oh, yeah. Ryan's a failure. Hey, if I help you, then technically you didn't fail.
Yes.
I'll redeem you. What else?
I need to make contact with Hank McCarthy in the city of NORTHPORT.
The police guy?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I know him.
That's my emergency contact. If all of this failed.
I think I know him. Is that why you had a map of NORTHPORT?
Yes.
Are you? You're not from there?
No.
Oh. Well, it sure helped me get there.
Good.
Whoa. I got that thingy on the wall.
You have that?
How come you had a sketch of it?
The Goltharius archive contains unbelievable knowledge. Whatever's in there could be used to stop Atropus.
Archive? Where's the archive?
Location unknown, somewhere in the astral.
Oh, I could probably find that. Somewhere in the astral. I can just fly there. Archive. Ugh, I'm running out of room on this notepad.
Do you have pen problems often?
Oh, it's just running out. I use it a lot. I like pens. Yeah, I have the amulet.
Use it to find the archive. No. Tell Hank McCarthy. Report to Hank McCarthy. He's supposed to know.
Really?
He's supposed to. I've never seen him. I've never talked to him.
Okay. He just seems so boring. I'll try.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything else?
No. That was my mission. My family is in Athens.
Athens?
It's
Is
not,
that a world?
No, it's on another world, a world called Earth. If there's any way to send to my family.
What do you want me to send them?
Tell them I love them and I'm sorry I never came home.
That is so sad.
But don't tell them who I was or what I did. They can't know.
They can't know who you were?
Yes. A society, world traveling, any of it. It's for their protection.
Okay, you got a name? Not your name, but the Athens. This is probably a big city.
Lydia.
I'm not going to make up an address in Athens, by the way. I'm excusing myself from doing that. But he gives you an address.
Lydia. Anonymous love. Alrighty. This is great. This is one of my best death conversations I've ever had.
I haven't had any. This is very strange from my side.
Well, I would say that I would come back, but there's a volcano that's about to flood this whole place with lava. I'm probably never going to be able to come here again.
You should probably go do something about that.
Yes. One more question. Why didn't you check for traps?
I've been asking myself that for the last few decades.
Okay, that was sad. I'm sorry. Alrighty, thank you so much. You've been so helpful.
I can see the light. It burns.
And the spirit fades.
I guess he fulfilled his destiny.
right.
That was
I just got
great.
done giving Asena crap for never being good at this, and you just dropped the best interrogation of a dead person we've seen the entire campaign. Well done.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Okay, well, the stream lose card helped.
That's true. That's true. But you played it up well. All right. The ground trembles and the cave is getting hotter and hotter. Outside, John has dispatched Ralzamon's cultists with nary a single conflict. Asena and John, both of you, I'll turn in briefly to John, but also Asena, what would you like to do?
Was that turning it briefly to John and then John
That was
say
very
something,
confusing,
or-
wasn't it?
Yeah,
John, what are you doing?
As he's making his way up the hill, John's gonna tap in.
Hey, Asena, we've got some trouble out here, but I was able to, I think, avoid it for now. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Everything's great.
I mean, everything's great.
Okay, good, because I was like, wait a minute, are we doing a head thing or are we doing the radio thing? But good, I'm
I
glad we...
was kind of like doing head things, but I got confused.
No problem, that's great. Okay, let's meet back at the car and get going. I don't know how long that's going to distract them for.
Okay. Be there in a sec.
Over and out.
This isn't anything, is it? This.
No, that's the carved calendar on the wall. I know it looks
Okay.
like a treasure chest, but it's definitely not.
How can we trust you?
Because I'm the dungeon master, and if I say it's not a treasure
Oh.
chest, it's not a treasure chest.
Yeah, no.
Those are the
understandable, have a nice day.
rules that I just made up.
Because I made them the cup.
Yes. All right. John's back in the car. Lawrence Booker Greene was not privy to any of that conversation, but he looks at you fascinated by the crown and by the ambient necromantic energies that he's able to perceive. But he
Tell
does
you
look-
in the car.
all right. He's going to start making his way carefully back to the car.
Hey, mate, real quick. Not at the expense of messing up your scene. Is that a pit full of cleavers?
Where?
It like right here with the skeleton. It looks like a
No,
pit
dude, those are
full of, like-
spears. Look at the
okay.
look at the perspective. They're spears.
Yeah. No, okay, no. I'm
Oh,
seeing the
yeah.
perspective now, but it straight up looked like just a bunch of like the guy fell on a bunch of cleavers.
You know, the
Yeah.
butcher. Oh, fresh meat.
No, I can totally see the perspective now. No, that worked. That's cool. That's cool. I
All
like
right.
it.
Asena's she's gonna quickly draw the circles
Mm-hmm.
on the backside of her little piece of paper. She's booking it out of here.
All right. Cool. And not a moment too soon.
Oh my! Hi there. Whoa. Hello.
Oh,
Chester revs the engine and sort of gestures at Asena to get in the car.
Morton, not the cat, just to clarify.
Yes.
Gnomes has
Morton, not the
been
cat.
like counting down that fire.
I just really wanted to show off the cool asset. All right. And you carefully weaving your way through the boulders and everything as the lava continues to pour down the slopes of the mountain. That's exactly what it looks like. It just goes. Extinction or depletion event. Whew. That's a heck of a
Excuse
card. Do you like the fact that the I know the crop is weird right now, but do you like the fact that it's not making a huge blaring noise every time a card gets played?
Yes and no, because I feel like unless you catch it, I don't even know it's happening. So
No, it's
kinda
my job
cool
to catch
know.
it, and I can surprise you with it.
I don't
That's
have
true.
the URL.
I can tell you, I usually catch the end of it, and it's really
Mhm.
cool to see the end. And I like that little like that thing happening
Seal
on top
thing
of the card.
at the
That's
top?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Man, these look good.
Pods, you got the last one. I'm going to have Matt do this one. Roll 1d8.
Let's see. A D8. I love D8s. They're right up there with every
An
other
eight.
an 8.
Okay, it's the extinction or depletion of a waterway.
Oh no. Our only salvation against the lava.
Okay, well, looks like we got problems. This is this is problems. All right. You continue to drive up the side of the volcano. Lawrence Booker Greene says this site was sacred long, long ago. There should be a shrine at the very top where we might be able to commune with Ziamara. Is there anything else? And I saw that whole. Well, are you going to read them up on the fact that you saw Ralzamon's cultists in the area?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what that was all about.
Okay. All right.
We need to be very quiet. Chester, whenever you can, try to make sure if we're going on a straightaway, if you can help it, turn off the engine and just coast for a bit before continuing, because we're going to need to ghost ride up this thing.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Just trust me. I'm
Look, uphill, kind of a tough ask uphill, but
I'm confident that you can make it happen.
All right. Our heroes continue to cruise up the side of Mount Ziamara, navigating streams of lava and clouds of ash, trying to pick their way, for the lava doesn't flow like completely even on all sides, right? It follows the path of least resistance. And though it is treacherous and tricky, our heroes are, in time, able to reach the very top of the mountain. But before you even get there, you can see the pillars of an ancient shrine, multiple little outcroppings, and a path that winds its way to a set of stairs that leads to a platform that juts out over the very cauldron of lava itself. But as you look from a distance, you can see gathered around it in countless numbers the Cult of Ralzamon.
Oh, no.
The opposition laid before you is intense as I shift us to that scene.
Yes, please do. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh,
you're not literally here.
Oh my.
You're a little bit further down. You have a little bit of time to scope this out, but not a lot of time. They are arrayed in force, better armed than you have ever seen them. Even the lowly cultists themselves are carrying shotguns, not just the pistols that they normally approach with. Multiple leaders are gathered around, and at the very top, the pinnacle of the platform, a cultist leader, one of the most powerful members of the Cult of Ralzamon, intones the volcano, arms uplifted, guarded by two cult fanatics and a group of loyalists, all ready to die for the cause.
Wow.
Ralzamon exploded this?
Lauren says, I don't know much about Ralzamon. I don't know if apparently he's capable of all this. His cult, this is his doing. He's called forth the, oh no. Oh no.
What?
Red barrels. Who leaves these things lying around? There are.
Oh, yeah.
Let's roll 3d6. Each of you roll a d6 and I'll roll a d6. And that's how many explosive barrels are in the scene. No, a d4. A d4. Too late. It's too late.
Well,
it's too late.
Shoot.
It's too late.
I can re-roll that if you want.
Nope. It's too late.
Okay.
We're going with it.
Okay.
Pods, give me a roll.
It's going to be a 1.
It is not. It's a 5. There are 11 explosive barrels in this scene. This is and you guys have a box of dynamite in the car. Don't forget about the dynamite.
I have not. I was actually going to ask as we're approaching, Lawrence, buddy, pal, do you have a way to bring some sort of forceful magic to bear? Something that can push, something that can launch, something like a catapult of any kind?
Give me a moment. I have to deploy a bunch of explosive barrels.
Yeah. You do that. You do that.
I've got an arm.
They brought them because they were planning on doing the Donkey Kong thing where they roll them down a hill.
Mm-hmm.
But then they realized that, they're full of explosive, and that would be bad.
3, 4.
Or actually, they couldn't read the label. These were airdropped ages ago, and they can't read it, and they just think that,
6.
oh yeah, they're tables. They're nice little tables that we can have our tea at.
7.
Our Zolquian tea.
8. Who else gets one? You get one.
They actually think it's like a
9.
delicacy. It's like caviar. They started eating one of them. That's why there's only 11. There were 12, but they've already chowed down on one of the barrels already.
11. Okay. I have distributed fuel barrels throughout the map. Oh,
This changes everything.
Oh,
This changes.
no.
Oh, hello.
Other card has
What
been
is
played.
that?
I don't
Ralzamon,
like this
Master of the Unknown.
Oh
Perfect.
my.
Let's make it a party. Let's make it a party. I'm here for this.
I was gonna say, I guess this is happening.
I guess this is happening. All right. Let me just go ahead and add our boy Ralzamon, Master of the Unknown, somewhere. Don't worry about where. Don't worry about it at all. Not an issue. Not a thing at all. All right. So you are surveying the area. I'm going to roll a stealth check to drive casual for Chester Morton.
Now again, real quick, just to clarify, what in the heck are we doing driving to the top of the mountain? Because we need to try to make sure that we can stop this volcano, but aside from just dropping a bunch of dynamite into it and hoping that helps, which I don't think is the case.
This shrine, this is the focal point of the spiritual energies here.
It's the shrine. That's right.
The shrine, yes.
That's right.
They are in control of this shrine, which is what they're using to set off this volcanic eruption. They're binding or communing or somehow using the spirit of Ziamara to destroy the sunken circle of Tlakalel and cause mass devastation for miles around.
Defeat the cultists, placate the spirit, end the volcano. Got it.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. I'm here for it.
That's the play. That's the play. In play, we have a flashback, one clean shot. It's time to duel, and in the name of the moon.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a lot going on.
Okay, wait. Is there a way we can queue this up just so we can see like where?
I'll drop it in our backstage chat.
Yeah, please. If we
right.
can just get a queue going.
You guys have a few moments to plan, but I rolled a bad stealth check for Chester, so you don't.
Yeah, I noticed.
Morton, so you don't have a lot of time to plan. Come up with a plan, and by the time I'm done entering all this information, we're rolling for initiative.
Mate, question.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the time, did you want to take us to break and give us time to plan during the break and then come back?
I could do that, but I was going to roll for initiative. You know what? No, we can do that. That's fine.
I mean, your way sounds awesome. We can roll initiative. And then
that's usually I try to end it on like a dramatic note instead of like we're gonna plan for it. You know?
No, that tracks. Well,
we've already planned the plan.
Well, here's the great part: is that I've just now given Gnomes a bunch of work where he has to go into this video and edit out like 2 minutes of talking. So. I'm
leaving all that in, Matt. That's,
okay.
That's part of the VOD.
Then enjoy this.
Yes, I will. Okay. You spent the entire time that I gave you to plan.
No, I have not wasted any time. I'm gonna ruin your day, my dude.
Oh no. Well,
yeah.
The cultists lurking everywhere hear the sound of the car, and they arise to go forth to battle. Roll for initiative.
Yes. Yes. Remember to click your character before you roll your die.
Can you guys hear that, by the way?
Hear what?
The squeaking?
No.
Okay.
Wow, I finally rolled well. That's good. Ooh.
Asena did not.
Asena did not. Well, you know, one of us has to kick down the door and the other one follows up. Normally, John waits until Asena kicks down the door, but this time, John is ready for the kicking.
Did I miss Lawrence? Yeah, I missed Lawrence. Let me grab him and throw him back in here. I forgot to put him back.
We've been so used to 1-2 punch. Now we're just going to go with one punch. So we only have just a brief moment before we kick down that door and get ready to go.
True. All right.
Let's see.
Battle lines are drawn. Oh, baby. Hold on. I'm being squeaked at.
Mate, not in front of the people. Oh, the cat. Right.
Wait, what was that one?
Gaston, Hero of Northport.
What?
Yeah, Gaston, Hero of Northport. Just the card got played.
What does he do?
He your party immediately gains a single use of one of Gaston's signature gadgets that must be used during this scene.
We had it all planned out. Gaston sent us off with a very nice toy. Mate, are you going to take care of that, or did you want one of us to do
What
that?
did he say?
Well, it's one of you guys. You get to pick one of Gaston's signature gadgets, and you get one usage of it.
Right
and
now.
John, it is your turn.
John is going to use his bonus action, and he is going to activate his impressive, frightful presence that he got as a gift from the blessing of Tiamat. And it has a distance of 120 feet, hitting every single cultist in this area. I need you to make a lot of wisdom saving throws, mate.
All right, that sounds really boring.
As he activates his fear aura.
No, screw it. I'll do it anyways.
Well, no. Here's the good part. Do it during the break, so we don't have to see it.
That's true. All right. So John activates his fear aura with his bonus action. What else does he do? Announcing your presence to the gathered cultists of Ralzamon.
Yeah, John, he stands up, kind of holding like the back of the carriage of the whatever that thing is called, the cage, the back of the cage on the Jeep. And as he stands tall, his trench coat just flapping in the wind as Chester Morton restarts the car and just gets right up the last part of the hill to get here. He is going to activate his dragon fear aura and looking out at the rest of the cultists in the area.
You pitiful fools! We have arrived! Your doom is here! And no matter what Ralzamon has said to inspire you during this event, I promise you, you're going to die here.
And with Asena's permission, John is going to reach out of his briefcase and take out a gadget from Gaston with his action.
What do you have in mind?
What I was thinking, and I wanted to get your approval on this, mate, just because I don't know all of Gaston's gadgets off the back of my hand, but I do know he has a lot.
Gadgets, but go ahead.
Oh, signature? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
What
Well,
are
what are
his
his
signature
signature
gadgets?
Sleep dart. Does the sniper count?
The sniper counts, but it's less of a gadget and more of like not a gadget.
Grappling hook. His little spider bombs.
Yeah, no. Can John? Okay, wait a minute. Instead of activating an item, can John just take out Gaston's sniper rifle and just hand it to Fletcher?
Yes, you can.
Cool. John uses an item interaction to take out the freaking boss-ass vampire-killing sniper rifle and say, "Here, this is on loan. Take very good care of this, Fletcher. I have to return it back to its owner at the end of this adventure."
And Fletcher takes a look at it. All right. What else? Bonus action, item interaction. What else you got?
Well, I'm gonna shoot a barrel. I want to shoot a barrel full of cultists. This is what I want to do.
Okay, which one are you gonna shoot?
John is going to pick. Let's see, from right here.
Now keep in mind, there's a slope right here that makes line of sight difficult. It blocks line of sight until you get to like here.
Well, here's what's going to happen. John is actually, as the car heads up the hill, he's going to run to the front of the car and then jump off to get on this hill here.
Ooh,
so
that's
using the
very
car's
cool.
like momentum.
Roll an athletics check. Because you're not Asena, so this isn't a freebie.
Run a cool check.
Can I use an acrobatics check and have John flip in the air and land,
Yes,
not
you
trying
can,
to...
Yes, you're allowed to do that.
Great. John's going to do that instead.
All right. You look extremely
26.
cool as you flip up to get into the high ground, but instead you're in sort of this bush right here, and this close, you immediately notice the...
Modern Oxen Fear Books!
3 cultists directly in front of you.
I noticed just 3 cultists pissing their pants because I am surrounded by fools and dead men.
They have advantage.
John,
what's the DC on the fear save?
15.
All right.
It's pretty good. Well, there's that. Cool.
All right. So the one in the back is afraid, but the other 2 who are facing you are not afraid.
Great. Doesn't matter. 15, 20. I'm going to move right up to here. And now I should be able to see this barrel, right?
Yep.
Cool. John takes a shot at the barrel. Just kind of takes out his gun and just puts his arm right on the shoulder of the cultist in front of him, making sure that his gun is right next to his ear. this is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me, friend. And he pulls the trigger and takes a shot at the barrel.
All right. Shoot the shot.
This is at 55. No, well, it's a freaking barrel. John shouldn't have a problem hitting this, but
the
I'm
barrel
gonna
has
roll
an armor
disadvantages
class, so you know you have to make an attack.
Oh, it does have an armor class.
Yeah, I have stats. The
Oh,
barrel has stats.
Interesting.
Dude, I entered this stuff into the campaign a year ago, and I have barely used any of these.
No, I'm an investigator. My gun has a huge range. I'm within range. I'm at 60. I have a 60-foot range with my gun, and it's 55 feet from here. So
All right, shoot the shot.
we Gucci. I'm shooting the shot. Wait, that's not the right one. There it is. I'm shooting the shot. Yeah, does a 31 hit?
31 hits. When the barrel is reduced to 0 hit points,
Beautiful.
it explodes. 20-foot sphere for 17 fire damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that hits everybody. That hits everyone. That hits okay. It doesn't hit this.
Yeah.
17 fire damage.
Oh, it doesn't hit. Wait. Can I spend an inspiration so it hits that, mate? Can I spend an inspiration so it hits that?
Yeah, you can spend an inspiration so it hits that.
Perfect. I spend an inspiration.
Okay. A series of explosions go off.
Yeah.
Fire rips through the jungle. Cultists go flying in all directions. And then, as the carnage, as this fiery plume goes up, a couple of things happen. First off,
Behold, an act of
Oh
God.
my.
a random combatant gets advantage on all attacks on their next turn. So,
Combatant, what is that? Oh, random. Okay.
all right, so I will roll
Obviously.
to see who gets that. And something else happens. We had a dynamic entry card played earlier.
Oh my gosh.
And so, an airplane flies overhead, completely unexpected, veering left and right, absolutely ridiculously out of control, and a single figure drops from it. Trailing, flailing, almost breaking, but manages to pull off a superhero landing, and then emerges from the jungle the undead form of Castor the Gunslinger.
What?
And we'll find
Oh.
out what happens when we return from this short break. Don't go anywhere.